Today we are going to discuss about BGP Next, BGP authentication and synchronization rule. Let us move towards the next stop. Next stop refers to, normally we understand next stop as next stop भनेको for R1 router next stop becomes this interface, or the R2 router is the next stop for R1, and R2 next stop means R1 router and the router, or the exit interface of the R2 router to R1 is known as next stop for R2, and exit interface towards the R3 direction for R2 is this interface will be the next stop. Then in BGP मा चाहिँ next stop भनेको either it is a next AS number or it's a next router interface IP, or the उसको peer or the BGP peers को interface IP, or if it has done from the loopback, then the loopback interface is the next stop. Next stop is also one of the mandatory attributes of BGP. BGP को most mandatory attribute भनेको next stop पनि हो. र another thing is that जब BGP neighborship गर्छ, the peering गर्छ, then we know one fact that BGP is an AS to AS peering, or the AS to AS routing, not the router to router routing. Router to routing protocol. BGP is an AS to AS routing protocol. So that's why BGP prefers, जब हामी eBGP गर्छौं, then eBGP automatically understand, or the automatically takes the next AS IP or the next AS as its next stop. That means R2 will take the routes that R1 बाट अपडेट भएर R2 तिर आउने रुटहरुको लागि R2 ले BGP टेबल मा R1 router लाई or the this interface IP लाई as a next stop carry गरिदिन्छ in eBGP. If it is also of different AS, or it is also of the different AS, that is it is of 23 and it is of 24. If this is the situation, if they are in the different AS, then R3 will also automatically take the routes यहाँ R2 बाट जति पनि अपडेट भएर आएको रुट्सहरु हुन्छ उसको लागि R3 ले automatically R2 as a next stop राख्ने गर्थ्यो. Similarly, R2 will have the two next stop, that is R1 बाट अपडेट भएर आएको रुटहरुको लागि R1 next stop, and R3 direction बाट अपडेट भएर आएको रुट्सहरुको लागि, that is R3 will be the next stop. There will be two next stop for R2, and similarly if there are the other links as well in the different AS number, that is 25 and another 26 different AS number, then there will be no problem that router automatically takes the next AS number or the next interface IP address of different AS as its next stop in its IP table or the in its BGP table. BGP table मा उसले automatically another AS बाट आइरहेको routes को लागि or another AS बाट अपडेट बाट आइरहेको routes को लागि उसको interface को IP as a next stop राख्छ. But in case of eBGP, but eBGP को केसमा चाहिँ IBGP को केसमा चाहिँ if we are doing the IBGP, then R1 router or this router is the different AS and this is the these two are in the same AS, that is here is the IBGP and here is the and these two are the eBGP. Then whenever 10 को route R1 बाट अपडेट भएर R2 तिर जान्छ, then at the time R2 router यो 10 को लागि 10 नेटवर्क को लागि R2 router ले next stop R1 राख्छ. But in R3 ले चाहिँ R2 router ले R2 मा अपडेट सेन्ड गर्दा of this 10 को route को लागि R2 ले R3 तिर अपडेट सेन्ड गर्दा it will not change the next stop change गर्दैन. So that's why R3 ले पनि same as R1 नै next stop राखिदिन्छ. Due to this, R3 was not known about the exact next stop for 10.1.1.1. So there will be the problem of reachability sometimes, or the connectivity को problems हुन सक्छ, because there will be the wrong next stop in its BGP table or the routes. So in order to यसलाई हटाउनको लागि in order to remove this problem, R2 or the BGP next hop must be changed on the R2. R2 ले R3 को लागि, or the one command is there, that is router BGP, that is 23, and never, what is that, 192.23.0.2 next hop self. So after this command, next hop self, after this command R3 will understand that, or R2 ले यो command R3 तिर assign गरिसकेपछि अथवा configure गरिसकेपछि it says that whatever the root update from me, or R2 side बाट मैले जुन R2 बाट जुन rootहरु update भएर R3 तिर जान्छ, please make my interface IP, or the, if I am doing IBGP loopback pairing, then my loopback IP address is the next hop IP for the root that I update. R2 बाट update हुने rootहरु चाहिँ rootहरुको लागि चाहिँ this interface should be the next hop in R3 BGP table. So after this, R3 will be well known about the next hop, and next hop को problem solved हुन्छ. Okay, let us move towards the BGP authentication. BGP authentication means the securing of networks, or the securing or authenticating between the peers. Peersहरुको बीचमा authenticate गर्नु चाहिँ BGP authentication हुन्छ. In BGP peers, authentication is, there is only one authentication, that is MD5, message digest 5 authentication is there, and it's very simple. If you assign, यदि हामीले within any peer बीचमा अथवा within any neighbor मा चाहिँ authentication enable गर्यौं भने, this authentication must be matched in order to form the TCP session, or the BGP TCP session completely हुनको लागि BGP मा this authentication must be same between the two peers. Or the, if I assign the authentication here, यहाँ मैले authentication लाएँ भने here must be the same authentication. So that's why until and unless the authentication is not matched, authentication जबसम्म match हुँदैन तबसम्म neighborship up हुँदैन, or the neighbor, or the advertisement, or the each BGP updates हरु, or the each BGP मा हुने TCP sessions हरु चाहिँ exchange हुँदैन in between the neighbors. So that's why authentication is a must, and there is only one authentication, that is MD5, and it's very simple. And another thing is also of version, BGP version. Currently we are running BGP version 4, and almost all we found the BGP version 4. But in sometimes if you get the roots from the older version of BGP, or if you want to configure same version between the neighbors to form the neighbors, यदि हामी same version बीच मात्र neighbors formos भन्न चाहन्छौं भने, we can assign the version in two peers as well. Okay, let us move towards the synchronization rule. Here synchronization means, here the synchronization भनेको चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने, जब एउटा BGP मा, or the in BGP the roots will be exchanged. जब BGP बाट roots एक आपसमा exchange हुन्छ, at that time or the advertise हुन्छ, BGP ले आफ्नो roots हरु, or the 10 को roots, 11 को roots advertise गर्छ at that time. If synchronization is there, synchronization rule ले चाहिँ के भन्छ भने, to exchange the root, or the to exchange or to advertise the root to its neighbors, it must run IBGP or IGP protocols to carry the roots, that is RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, any protocol, any IGP protocols must be run to advertise the root, or the to carry the root from one BGP to another. If synchronization rule is enabled, then it says like that. But so that's why we normally off the root synchronization process लाई चाहिँ हामी off गर्छौं. If we want to carry the roots, हामी आफ्नो rootहरुलाई चाहिँ BGP with BGP carry गर्न चाहन्छौं भने चाहिँ we can do it. Or the totally IBGP बाट to the eBGP or any iBGP or the transit fully iBGP peering to eBGP peering or any BGP peerings ma चाहिँ if you want to update our routes with the BGP सँगसँगै हामी रुटहरु एडभर्टाइज गर्छौं or the BGP बाट रुट क्यारी होस् भन्न चाहन्छु भने we must have to say no synchronization. Okay, these are the theory and let us move to the configuration section. Okay, this is our simple topology. I have assigned the IP address as normal as before. Let us see. So IP interface we are okay. Here is the, and I want to show the protocols. No any protocols is running over there. Configure terminal. I want to run n protocol as per my topology. R1 is here. Okay. Router BGP, that is 1. R1 is running 1 BGP. I can assign the BGP router ID or it will pick up the 10 as a its router ID. Okay, I don't want to configure it. Neighbor 1.1.2. Remote S, that is 1.1 remote S 23. And let us advertise our network as well. 1.1.1.0. It's of 24 bit and it's of 8 bits, so it's a classful. I don't have to give the max. My synchronization ko पछि देखाउँछु, but I want to configure next of first. R2 router has 2 neighbors. Configure terminal. Router BGP 23. One 192.168.0.2. Remote S23 within the same as and then R3 router BGP, that is 23. And then here we have 13. Okay. Universal piece of so IP BGP summary and it's in full state. Okay, R2, let us see, there should be the 2 numbers. So IP BGP summary. Okay, so IP route. You can see here R2 is getting routes of R1 or 10 को network लाई R2 ले लिँदैछ through the next of 1.1.1.1. that is the this interface. Let us see the BGP table. BGP table हेर्नु भने next to for R1 को लागि next to भनेको 1.1.1 हुँदैछ. Okay, but R2 10 कै network R3 ले R2 बाट update पाउने हुन्छ 10 कै network को लागि. So that's as per our theory. Let us see first IP address first next of check गरौँ. Here 10 को network को लागि next of hasn't been changed or the next of change भएको छैन because I have already said that R2 ले R1 को route gain गर्दा because this is an eBGP or the different BGP or different AS number is running here. So that's why R1 बाट update पाउने बित्तिकै R2 will take the next stop as R1. But whenever it advertise or whenever it updates towards R3, then it will not change its next stop. So that's why R3 will table it as or BGP table मा यसले 10 को network लाई R2 बाट update भए तापनि it will give the next hop as 1.1.1.1. So if we don't want it, so there will be the problem in futures or the problem of reachability. So that's why to remove this problem, we can do one thing, that R2 बाट R3 तिर one command dine. What is that command? That is configure terminal router BGP 23 neighbor 192.23.0.2, that is 2. Please, whatever the route you get from me, you assigned next hop as my interface IP. R2 le bhन्छ. Okay, let's see on R3 again. And now finally our next hop, exact next hop is changed, that is 10.0.0.0. Okay, let us check on the R1. So IP BGP, and there is no problem of that. 30 ko network, each and everything is getting from the R2. So that's why we can change as like this. This is the command neighbor 23 and R2 le R3 le ke bhane neighbor 192.23.0.2 next hop self. Please make the updates, make the routes with the next hop of mine. That update is that you can update from me. जस्तै R2 बाट गेन गरेको अपडेट्सहरु चाहिँ अब R3 ले के एसाइन गर्छ भने यसको इन्टरफेसको आईपी एड्रेस एसाइन गर्छ. सिमिलरली इफ यु हैव द अदर्स नेटवर्क ओभर हियर or the other routersहरु पनि एजाइन थियो within the same S भनेपछि हामीले त्यही same command should be forwarded to others as well. So there is no any problem. Okay, next hop is like this, and then next hop is this is the command neighbor here next hop self. We can give it this command. And another thing is I'm talking about the authentication. Let us assign the authentication between R2 and R3. R2 and R3 authentication now what will be there? Then okay, neighbor 192.23.0.2 passport. What that is, I can give any passport, that is I can give Nepal 123. Let us set the IP BGP summary. Let us check the routes now. Still it is set at the full update. For fast I can do the clear IP BGP asterisk. Clear IP BGP asterisk ले चाहिँ whole neighborship reset गर्छ one time, and then or down state मा गएर त्यहाँदेखि upward हुने भएकाले it is better to do clear IP BGP soft. No MD5 digest from here. MD5 के भयो passport मिलेन. So until and unless हामी same passport or the same authentication जबसम्म enable गर्दैन on R3, there will be problem in creating neighborship. Let us see here. So IP BGP summary. Now the neighborship is in exit state. Sorry, active state. Okay, do one thing. Let us assign neighborship then. Sorry, authentication then. Neighbor 192.23.0.1 passport. Passport must be same. 1 2 3. Okay, let us see here. Message has stopped to come. So IP BGP summary. Now the neighborship goes up. Similarly, you can assign the passport in different here. Now let us see here. Oh, sorry. Now after giving the जब हामीले complete authentication same बनायो, then our neighborship is off over here. Similarly, for this command can be given to here as well. यहाँ पनि हामीले एउटा कुनै एउटा authentication लाउन सक्छौं, like Similarly, like this from R1 configure terminal router BGP 1 number 1.1.1.1.2 passport CISCO 1 2 3. We can assign it, and same thing should be done from R2 as well. Router BGP that is 23. Never. So 23. This is the very simple command, and we can assign to anywhere between the pairs. Between the pairs मा हामीले assign गर्न सक्छौं this command. Okay, let us see about the versions. By default, the version is running version is 4. If you want something to be confirmed, by default run by the तर पनि हामी if you want to assign, then we can give router BGP 200 enable 192.23.0.1 version, that is 4. We can assign it like this, and similarly on R2. But this should not be done because by default version 4 नै run भइरहेको हुन्छ, यो नगर्दा पनि हुन्छ. But if you want, then we can do it. 0.2 version. Okay, like this. This goes about of authentication. Then let us move towards the synchronization rule. Now, recently we can see here or मा हामीले हेर्न सक्छौं. So IP BGP, I want to show you. Each and every routes is coming, or the 10 को routes पनि आइरहेछ, 20 पनि आइरहेछ, and then 30. We are getting all the routes. Like I can do ping as well, 10.1. Oh, this is only connected 30.1.1.1. But what I want to do is that I want to do no synchronize. Sorry, by default it is I have done no synchronization. I can show you here. So running section is by default I have done. Okay, मैले no synchronization गरेको छु. What will happen after doing this synchronization? Then let us see. Router BGP 23 synchronization. Let us see. So IP BGP. I want to see the table over here. I'm getting all the routes. 10, 20, 30 and all these things. For fast, I can do clear IP BGP again. Routes will be off. Let us see. Let us wait for never ship to be off. Okay, on R1. I'm getting 10 routes and 192.23 routes. But what about 20 and 30 routes? Let's do ping one. Oh, there will be no any reachability. Let us check its BGP table. It has not. Wait for some time. I think BGP. Now complete BGP is formed. That I can wait for some time. What happened here? के भयो भन्दा after doing the synchronization, after synchronizing routes, this transit router or this IBGP fully mesh router is now inserted. उसले उता R अपडेटबाट आइरहेको रुट्सहरूलाई चाहिँ सिङ्क्रोनाइज रुटहरूलाई चाहिँ अपडेट हुन दिएन. Press here, so I will BGP. Yes, but what happens? 192.23.0.2. Let us see the swap BGP summary. It has the neighborship, fully neighborship, but what happens? You routes or the it doesn't allow the routes to insert here, or the 30 routes or the IBGP advertised route which consists of the BGP within an BGP or the within an IBGP advertised route or like afno tabling ma fully as a best way R2 ले select गरेन. That is here, this means just a valid, what it is, this means just a valid but it is not the best like select गरेन, or it doesn't select the best route for this. So okay, let's again check configure terminal router BGP 23, no synchronization. After synchronizing route, IBGP within a fully meshed IBGP routes it will not advertise or advertise through the BGP. Okay, let us check again in the R1. And let us check on R3. R3 is the best route. BGP. But after synchronizing IBGP or within the IBGP भित्र but advertise route through the transit router it selects as the best route. It gives the best path थियो. But if we do the synchronization गर्यो भने it will not allow you. Let us here. Okay, we get the 30 routes. It will not allow the best route in its यसको BGP टेबलमा यसले as a best route select नि गर्दैन, and it will not advertise to the other router as well, and it depends upon this transit router which is the full mesh IBGP running. And so that's why we must have to do the synchronization.